We're back. I just had to update the stream. But once we done Blood Run, then we will unlock Terra's Feast to Strange, which will give us undergo further mutations.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The Griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnfall. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land's tillers at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have...
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on...
Excellent. Then we've but to...
They're coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk who say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon... By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
Right, numbers to work!
As a bunch, lads!
Don't let him catch his breath!
He's out!
Curses!
For the glory of her grace, I shall make petty of you!
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition,
Is sacred in Toussaint. Fine.
most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid with...
Shall you answer her call?
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. The bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt.
Mentioned a tourney.
Simply, it is too late. The beast could be a threat.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's... Anyone tried to hunt it?
Ha! Many have
The beast is clever. It evades all.
an experienced tracker. This is what we need.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard...
The second killing, similar. A knight in a lock.
We have no fear of creatures again.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract?
We must set off at once.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post-haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint! Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Oh, fuck.
My lady! Guillaume, watch out! I swore I'd kill a monster! One for all! My name is not Milton the Pirate.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a...
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to...
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if...
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they try...
Set forth then.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk. Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
So beautiful.
Whoa! No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful.
For the glory of the grace, I shall eat worthy of you!
Ouch.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
So, a bear rat fiend. Oh, great.
Footprints. See them? And a rut made by the hull of a boat. Left recently, I'd say. Dragged some nets onto the bank, then cut them to untangle them. Lot of blood, so the corpse must have been cut up. Quartered, maybe.
It's likely they loaded the body parts onto a boat and sailed off.
Gonna dive in, check the other nets. Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat recently. Probably the tramp. Where? Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have...
One thing.
Delacroix?
Seems so.
Long past.
Foes.
He did.
I understand.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Someone's watching.
Have your chit-chat with someone else.
Our knights challenge each other for sport. First to summon the Witcher from the north.
What? With no lads brave enough?
Of course we have. But bravery's not
Here
enough
in
against the
Toussaint,
beast.
with no penchant for living
dark
to work,
powers.
nor working to live.
For a witcher.
Who'd have thought?
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first name. In private. Never in Pomrin's presence. By my troth!
Naught else, Sir de...
We would be honored if you...
But why do I not detect even...
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish.
This corpse is precise.
We invited 2 men to join.
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Perrin.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade.
I was the one to find the corpse.
Ask Geralt, please.
Must have been early in the morning. When
I stepped out of my...
By my troth, to the... Did you see anyone nearby?
Not a soul.
What did you see?
I saw a head.
Get a good look at the body.
They gave me such a fright. They had a hard hole. The parts was...
Need to...
They ferried it...
What? Why, Corvo Bianco?
While you were gallivanting about the north...
Who was that? Woman who just...
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was
It is no secret. The Baron...
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance.
Such are the time. It's true what they say. Gods.
Thanks for the hospitality. Not coming with?
Some sort.
A little tempted to ask a few questions. Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here.
Oh, jeez.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs.
Vampire.
In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. Killed with a single blow. From 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though, or a Fletter. Bruxa, gotta be. River Muck carried the body in this cart. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar.
Oh.
Hurled against the wall with great force.
Abraxa. Fuck.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Ow.
What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's... Lots of questions, no answers.
The giant belched forth the roar so horrid. Shook all the birds. Jeez.
Anyone?
Help!
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine.
Their tales for another time.
Master Witcher.
Yeah.
But the Black Knight. He's the cutter of Castle Rubbish.
Now, that will do. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shalmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw respectful of the sort of the arena in Nunez. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shalmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shalmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Let's go.
Oh god. It's
down.
going to be a slaughter.
The Witcer in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. It stands confound. The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
fight till the tide was true, then 12 guns till it spun, struck the monster right through. Like a bow leaves under love's first spurt, so the Witcher wound the Selma, that its foul heart hurt. Alas, hurt.
Jesus Christ, they son of...
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have
What about the crowd?
Geralt, though we value...
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the
Geralt
Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I've heard much about you. You bring trouble.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Are the legends true? Do Witchers hunt that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall... Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous...
Is it? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present...
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept... How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one. With the first murder, terror gripped.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me, Anamet?
His body was found in the gutter. Dressed in...
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges. Enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places, under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances, a night advanced in years, the famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple?
Milton also knew Delacroix.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Perrin, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the nightly team. It was years ago, but
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find...
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised.
We must call off the...
First and foremost, we must... Damien, order... And you, Witcher, follow me. My God, a murder is out of the question. I will not... Horses? Red...
Oh, God.
Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Your Grace seems right at home in the
Right like
saddle.
the wind! Clear a path! Clear the way, I said! I imagine you've been... If he's part of the game. It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. But I nab the phoenix egg. That will be...
Golden fit.
Please, Geralt. Look there.
The unicorn.
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will... Turns around. The golden fish and the horn both contain pink... All clear?
All work and no play, right? Keep calm. Start no brawls.
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part of the state would one have in mind?
Can't believe it. Simply.
Unicorns are thought to like music.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again?
Hush, or you'll spook.
Hey folks, gonna have to...
Who's that?
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale.
So beautiful, all the same.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale.
Offiaries are thought to catch horses by casting looped ropes.
Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
It's against the rules.
Almost had it. What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot? Almost had it. What would you say to a delicious, crunchy carrot? Easy. Gardens are huge. You're better off. Back.
If one were to call a state courageous,
Calm down.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do.
Hey, wait. Stop.
King Cop.
When a soul of good or...
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
And now I shall drink, dance, and repeat till the week is through. The light, it's positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing.
What precisely is
An abstract one.
I've 3 doublets, none of which are suitable to show myself. Here is some honor of Valhaven.
How is it the Duchessa does not feed him as well?
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against...
Geralt!
Got a key and a clip.
And I've another. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with...
Mice and...
No, the herod look. If we take road...
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens.
Greenhouse it is then.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you.
And once you're done, intend to leave?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after. You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself!
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How'd you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories.
So you being...
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned. I came here for Detlaf. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlaf is... How would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand.
So in your opinion...
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born. You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Detlaf an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlaf found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or... He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans can...
Always had no...
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlaf's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Gotta find him. Before...
Well, we share a call.
Not entirely.
I know you've a contract on it.
All in all?
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have
Fine. All right already.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have...
I prefer they not find me here.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us.
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before...
So...
Sir!
Letter?
Can't rightly say, sir.
Here. My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot on the trail of some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the... Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
And loosen your belt, for you are into...
And boom goes the dynamite.
Repent! Renounce your sins. The beast shall devour all.
Oh. Loch Selavie. Might be worth looking into.
Oh, god damn.
Wine and more wine. But me, I prefer brandy.
Now drink.
Turn the smithing.
Some thick pudding.
The serendip. Master,
got work for me?
Of the... I was...
Yes. Thanks. Gotta stop by that bank.
One false move and you will regret it.
Are we on the Duke or God? Life soils one's imagination.
Quiet down now, shh.
Pretty noises at this.
Yes, I took the matter up.
How much?
What? Much too much. I don't believe I have that amount. I don't believe I have that. Agreed.
Fine.
No,
Could be.
I can't.
Well, wine from Poo Poo Pressed. Its wondrous flavor would still be.
What the hell was that?
Eat something. Nourish yourself. You knit color. You look
Loud enough to wake the dead.
What the fuck is going on in that?
Strange. Can't hear anything now. Tracks. Graves dug up. Thing is, grave robbers don't usually wail and moan that much. Trampled grass and bloomers. Not the kind of moaning he meant, though. Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems. So, noises coming from here. Doubt they're the source of the sounds in question. Not a soul. Strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either. Gold. Can't Be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this. Louis de Corentin. Died on the day of Saint Zoethan's remembrance. Funeral wasn't too long ago. Smashed, as if someone threw it against the wall. Here lies Margot de Corentin. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange. Noise is clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible. Something's not right. Need to hide, see how things play out. Behind this statue, maybe?
You'd rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lepioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrid, I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
What's this argument about, anyway?
Sod off!
Could help you resolve it.
I know not your name.
Slow down. What's...
This is my crypt, and this shit...
I was blind and a fool.
Once, damn it, and piety. That because I...
Quiet! Shut up, both of you! Who does the crypt belong to, rightfully?
Must you ask? It's mine. My family's. The de Corentins. Are you illiterate?
True. But my dowry served to repurchase it from those you owed.
Look, if there's to be peace and quiet here, one of you's gotta go. Need to move one of you out.
Yes. Take him. Please. Do so. And I shall tell you where I hid his lucky Gwent cards.
What? I knew it was you. And now you would evict me from my crypt, then pay for the deed with my cards. Blast it all! Had I those very cards at the tournament in Belhaven, I'd still be alive. It's your fault, you pox incarnate, that they stabbed me to death.
They murdered you for your debts. I had nothing to do with it.
Come, I heed this good book-thumping wench. Mind, I know well where she hid those cards. I'll tell you myself, as soon as you've removed her.
Need to think of... Alright, gotta move one of them out.
Thus spake the prophet Lepioda. Thou shalt not play for coin.
After which he I see you fell for that pious tart's dribble. Drats!
You a member?
That's just it.
Certainly doesn't bother me. Deeper in the catacombs. Right, let's go. the chamber. The Right Honorable members of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclair. This is it. You, Jen.
What the poke?
So...
Blimey.
That ought to do. Right. High time Margot paid up. Done.
Leave the city.
Tree on a sign, rosebud.
Might I ask what you did?
Don't worry about it.
I knew I lived once.
Life's like an infant. It must be born.
Ooh! Ah.
Feast till the wine barrels run dry. There is no tomorrow.
Can't believe it. I simply can't.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald Art. Please!
What's this?
Oh, let me. Away!
The step.
Here! How should I put it?
Somebody stole the test.
No, or. Sprung directly from. That's.
Any.
It.
Got it.
Worry, Reginald, don't worry. You shall be whole again soon.
I imagine you've been all over the world, Sir Witcher.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch's visit.
Why so pale? Are you well?
No. I've troubles.
monkey says if I'm bad...
Don't be foolish. It must be the trunks from the auberge nearby.
What is they call you? Gervin.
My joints are aching.
You'd best behave, friend. You're in Vauclair, see?
Do you like it?
I've got a card too! Here, on my cuff!
Tree on the sign. Must be the house. Need to go around.
I dreamt I was a wolf.
Medallion's humming. Something's not quite right.
Beg your pardon?
Lepiotus wheezing lungs. A real witcher.
All right. Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.
You'd best behave, friend. You're in Vauclair, see?
Oh!
In a snap.
Ah,
I doubt Herman will ever be sober.
keep calm.
After
Start no brawls.
Eat, drink, and loosen your belt. For you are in...
A copper, that is all I ask. Will you,
My brother gave me a sword. I named it Neat.
The North must be a terribly barbaric land.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dol Nevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin.
How do you like that silver?
Damn. Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints. Narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead. Damn it. Trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Triss sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Eldarin and Dol Nevde, Valley of the Nine. Site marked on the map's all wet now. Solratur flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. To explore the location.
Giddy up.
Oh, films today.
Ah!
Go, go. That's it, Roach. Move it.
grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store. Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got. Never liked cats. Just do this. Locked. Notes I found mention 4 protruding stones. Gotta press them somehow. Crossbow, maybe? Could try to hit them.
Shit.
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Oh. I see it now.
Ah, did it.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Impressive. It's just decoration.
Invited guests. Intruder. You are not welcome here.
Yeah, I figured as much. Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better. Damn it. Back where I started. Damn it. Back where I started. Alright. Now to find the next portal. Damn it. Wrong again. Could be some clue around here. Damn it. Back where I started. Damn it. Back where I started. Statues seem oddly oriented, as if to all face in one direction. All right. Portal maybe. Now to find the next portal. Now to find the next portal. Must be where Moreau had his lab. Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, the beast of the forest assaulted me. A Witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so. and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers, my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Crystal for this entry's missing.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals. Just need to pick an entry.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity.
Seen enough. Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. Just need to picken it.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
Seen enough. Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Mom's awake and she's not home. point going in wearing full gear. Drop my armor, leave my weapons. Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
Damn. Okay, that's where we'll end it.